Welcome back to some more Alien Crossfire with me, Daniel, from Dan Has Fun. Last episode, we really went through a lot of pods. We did a lot of exploration. We know the vast majority of the map now, so if we scroll out, this looks comically terrible, but at least it gives us kind of the gist of what's going on. So what we know is that there's almost no land in the extreme north. There is an entire island in this northwest pocket that has uranium flats on it, and nobody seems to be here. We are starting to colonize around where we suspect the ruins are. The hive is finally starting to do something. As you can see on the extremities of the map, it just took them 150 in-game turns, but whatever. And we know that, again, our competition is going to be the university. They got by far and away the best starting biome, albeit not the largest amount of land. And we also know that the believers have decided to attach themselves to our landmass. Not that they started with a lot of landmass. I didn't really look at this in any significant detail. They started on a really paltry island. I don't know if... Ow. I don't know, just as I hit the floorboard there, the baseboard. I don't know if you can really feel sorry for the AI in the same way you would for a person, but if this was the start I would have had, I would have been very disappointed. Especially because you may notice this is the borehole cluster with no boreholes. So what has probably happened here is that there were boreholes, and because they didn't deal with the fungus, mineworms have probably wrecked it all. So that's pretty cool. It almost makes me wonder if Miriam would just be like an insta-bot. We do have an infiltrator, so we can see what units she has in her towns. It's not as impressive as you would think. This one has a few. She doesn't have that many land units, and I'm almost wondering if we should just sayonara her. I'm not going to do it right this second right now, because again, we're doing perfectly fine, and we're building our infrastructure. We are Domai of the free drones. We're building things, and that's what we're good at, and that's what we're doing. So we're just trying to get our infrastructure really nice before we pull the trigger on something like that. And realistically, we could be doing a lot more when it comes to infinite city spam. I just haven't felt the need to. Like, we're not in that situation where we're having to grind out every location we can. We have plenty of space, as it happens. We got kind of lucky. This is quite a big landmass, and because the Peacekeeper started down here, and we're pretty much on the choke point, we didn't know this, obviously, when the game started, but we had all this land for free as long as we got out here quickly enough, and that way nobody else got there. So we've been kind of fortunate. The random generation start can giveth and taketh. It definitely gaveth in this game. But let's go next turn and see what we've got going on. We have a former we need to move. That's what we got going on right now. What tile is this? That has no minerals on it right now, so you're going to be a farm solar road. It's nice and easy. We can't put a borehole here. But I am wondering maybe if we lift this up to level it out, maybe we should. We could raise the terrain here, you know. I haven't done it, so let's show. So let's terraform up. It's going to cost 18 credits. We still have mineworms over here that are trying to wreck our fence. Let's try and deal with it. And we have mineworms here, which we need to sort out. So let's spend... Okay, we don't need to spend because we're building that next turn. But we're going to have to make sure our stack is ready.
Indigenous
really, another
forms.
one? Okay, well that sucks. Bravely run away, please.
Bot recovered.
And we cloned our unit, so we get another ship for free. Because it's independent, you'll see.
Bot recovered.
We wouldn't normally do that, but I had two ships right next to it, so it felt less risky.
Turn complete.
Oh, cool, another monolith. I was going to say, do you want to switch to that monolith? That'd be great. So yeah, we're pretty sure 8 of these 9 tiles are going to be monoliths. But having another one is nothing to sneeze at. And we can't technically see them yet, so we can't work them. But that's what the scout's there for. A lot of forest expanding.
Enemy
What on
project
earth happened
initiated.
there? The Gaians are going for the Maritime Control Center. We don't want them to get that. We definitely want that
Production
option.
complete.
We've got another
Production
supply
complete.
crawler. Command Center in Spanner Works. think we need another former.
Production complete.
Children's crash is done. Get a network node because it works like a rec commons
Production
anyway.
complete. Production complete. Resource
know.
shortfall. Production complete.
That one keeps going between 2 and 3. So what we want to do is hit W, have our scout go into that fungus, and then we're going to take the worker there, the former, and then get rid of the fungus.
Pod recovered.
Another map. At least we can see the monuments, even if we can get the full movement in there. That's a lot of fungus, so that's going to be like, it's got its own name, I can never remember what it is, but you don't get any bonus from it either way.
Request confirmation.
That's expensive, I don't want to do it. Remember, we didn't get all the minerals in the top row in that situation, so we don't want to rush that.
Terraform complete.
We got our road done. I guess we're just flanking the mind worm in this case. You want to do your auto improve.
Terraform complete.
You can go into that transport. So this guy, I'm going to move to a place where we do want a lot of production. You're a pretty big city now. You're going to get close to needing a hab complex. It's a worker's paradise. We're going to send the supply crawler over there. Clear fungus.
Turn complete.
Oh, cool. That set's attacking Miriam instead. Hi, Morgan. No, I'm not giving you a free tech. Bye. I could have just ignored him, but that felt rude.
Enemy project initiated.
Okay, they're also going for the maritime
Production
control.
complete.
Keep building impact batteries,
Production
please.
complete.
You got a network node. Still don't have a ton of food, do you? Get an aqua farm.
Production complete. Production complete.
Keep building
Production
proteins.
complete.
Then in your case, get a biolab.
Production complete.
We still need to deal with the fact that we are at a negative when it comes to producing science. We still need to work on it. We just have to work harder. Okay, so Anvil of Man has an impact road, which is green, but at least we can use it to deal with this fungal tower. You may have noticed, as we've been pushing the fungus back, the tower's less strong now. And it won't be long before we've run out of places to look at, so we should be able to start dealing with that soon. But we just want a couple of these units floating around, just in case of mind worms.
Terraform
Probe
complete.
over. Thank you. So you are an artillery, so we do need you. We could even do this without the need of naval units because of that. You're going to auto-improve. 21 to 16 is not a great deal, and it's because we're green. So, yeah, we don't have technically a unit in here. Let's switch that instead to a 3-res Sentinel.
Request confirmation.
That's a little expensive, but that one I'll buy. We don't need to buy an energy plant anymore. An energy bank. So get rid of that and instead go for a network node. It's probably worth giving it a go. And we lost. Again. It's just the nature of the beast right now. We are just not doing well in combat against mindworms. I get it, we're green, but we're still not getting lucky. It is what it is. Okay, so before we settle, we have 2 moves. What's there? I can't tell. We'll move back and settle next turn. You, sir, have all the hallmarks of a farm mine road. They can attack us this turn. Do we want to go and attack them first? 15-8. Yeah, that was the right decision. And Rocky does not help. I'm pretty sure it didn't because it's psi combat, but now we know for sure. We want to start clearing some fungus up here. Yeah, so that's a load of gross fungus we don't want to deal with. I'm going to have you come back because we now have another naval unit.
Turn complete.
There's a little bit of land up top here, but not enough to settle. There's a little bib of land, I'd call it. So planetary data links are getting built next turn. Are we building the planetary data links anywhere? I don't even
Production
remember.
complete. Production complete.
We'll have to check in a second. You need a C-former.
Production complete.
And you need a network node.
Production complete.
Well, at least we'll finally be able to take you out, surely. 15 to 4 and we still nearly lost? What is that all about? I think you're better off with just a forest, to tell you the truth. Okay, so we're going to have a couple of rovers roaming around, just as a precaution. You go over to Guild House. Again, this rover being here is just confusing all my guys. And we do finally have, let's zoom in, we have a condenser. So if we click on our city, and for some reason he's still not using them, why? Now we can see 3 food, for example. We're going to move it back because the governor will panic, but at least we have some better options now. And what we're going to do is start clearing the fungus adjacent to that. And this tile is going to definitely be a farm solar road. This impact battery still needs to come over here, please. And this supply crawler is going to go to Freedman's Park.
Terraform complete.
We now have a road. We want to set up a sensor. Well, technically we've acquired a sensor because we pushed back Miriam's borders, but we do want a backup. We're going to put the backup over here. Do we want to move one tile up and go there? No, I'm going to say let's get more of the sea. And we're not even going to starve. How cool is that? Let's get a C-former, a perimeter defense, a children's creche, and a network node because that counts as a hologram theater. Excellente. We didn't take any damage here, so I guess we can continue scouting. Not yet.
Turn complete.
Oh, hi, Sea Lurk. Sea Lurks don't have the ability to transfer other mine worms, they're just naval attacking units. And we didn't do the... How many times do I do that? I'm not that bothered about it, but well, especially because the university got the planetary data links, that's hilarious. They will never use that. As the Americans learned so painfully in Earth's final century, free flow of information is the only safeguard against tyranny. The once chained people, whose leaders at last lose their grip on information flow, will soon burst with freedom and vitality. But the free nation gradually constricting its grip on public discourse has begun its rapid slide into despotism. Beware of he who would deny you access to information, for in his heart he dreams himself your master. From Pravin Lal. I'm not worried about losing that to the university. If it had been the Gaians, maybe, because we and the university would be 2 of the 3.
New orders
But
needed.
for that, not worried. I'm actually kind of happy they got it. It does kind of suck because now what we're going to do, build the Maritime Control Center, we already are. But that's a small price to pay. We're going to get the Hab Complex instead, get that built, and then, because we are still having happiness issues, get a Rec Commons and then a defensive building. Thank
Project
you kindly.
complete.
Speaking of Maritime Control Center, here we go.
It is altogether fitting that we who have sailed the deeps of space now return again to the sea. This is in many ways a water planet, and it can be ruled from the waves. With sea power, rugged terrain can be bypassed and enemy strongholds isolated. Once naval superiority is achieved, planet is ours for the taking. Colonel Corazon Santiago, Planet, a survivalist guide.
I don't know what that ship was made of, but the fact that it was able to crush that salt and pepper mountain is very impressive. So the Maritime Control Center, yeah, 2 extra movement for all your non-native life naval units, and a free naval yard everywhere is massive. It's not the most important special project. We still haven't got the one I'm looking for, by the way.
Production
I've got the tech
complete.
for it, but we'll get there eventually. Research hospital down. Let's get a Hab complex before it gets capped.
Production complete.
Cycling
Production
tank,
complete.
formers. So we've got both sets of formers now, so we can start getting regular buildings. We're going to go recycling tanks, children's crash, network node, perimeter defense. And what we're going to do here is just continue to clear out fungus and start building forest around it as well. This is quite rare. Usually the tile in the middle is a rocky tile you can't settle. You could theoretically put a colonist here, but that's... It sounds really cool to have access to 8 monoliths, but monoliths are mostly useful as an early game first couple of population tile. They're not game changers, they're just city openers, for lack of a better term. So I don't think it's genuinely that important, but we're going to use this scout to help the formers not get wrecked. You definitely need to heal.
Terraform complete.
Get rid of that fungus. This impact battery is still trying to get through. Thanks, Lal. So, our supply crawlers arrived at Workers' Paradise. We're not going to do... So what you can do, you can use the convoy all the extra one resource from one city to another. We're not going to do that. We're going to say keep moving. We're then going to say support from here, because that now flips this to being a Workers' Paradise supply crawler. And we're going to move over to where we're going to get some borehole action. There you go.
Pod recovered.
More map. The pods in here are particularly dangerous, and I usually don't bother touching them, because much like on land, the odds of you running into mindworms when it's xeno fungus-based pods is much higher. And naval units have to use so much movement to get into there, it's usually not worth doing.
Turn complete.
We do admittedly have 6 movement now, so it's a little more tempting, but I usually just never touch this. That's just a big no from me, Skip. just no thank you. So in this weird situation where we don't have a special project to build...
The chief aim of their constitution and government is that whenever public needs permit, all citizens should be free, so far as possible, to withdraw their time and energy from the service of the body and devote themselves to the freedom and culture of the mind. For that, they think, is the real happiness of life. Sir Thomas More, Utopia, Data Links.
Excellent. So yeah, we now have a HAB complex, so now it can go from size 7 to it's like 12 or 13 or something crazy high.
Production complete.
Aqua farm is built. So yeah, it's finally starting to use some of the actual sea tiles, so that's cool. Get a defense in there. And you'll probably need this ahead of time, so get a rec commons and then a biology lab. Thank you kindly.
Production complete.
Got some more formers. You're going to get a research hospital.
Production complete.
Perimeter defense at Stevedore Dock. Still not a very impressive sea city, but it's very consistent across the board. Let's help it by getting it an aqua
Production
farm.
complete.
And you don't need another rover, that's fine. So you're going to go for a network node, please.
Production complete.
You still have a drone. Rude. Get a network node. And then shut up. I guess we'll just sit you in place for now then. So we're going to... Ahead of time you can do this. Convoy resources. Right now it's like there's nothing to convoy. Correct, but we're just going to do that ahead of time so I don't forget. That fungus was removed. This unit can now come over here because we're going to need one. Yes, it's green, but it should be fine. Road to Guild House is now created. And it's going to need at least one sensor, probably more. We're going to put a forest and a sensor here. And now we're at Freedman's Park. Support from here, and then activate it so that next turn we'll be able to choose to put it somewhere. Which unit hasn't moved? Oh, this spy. There you go. So we've got a couple of impact rovers around just to keep things a little bit safer. Get this forest down. You're going to stay in place.
Pod recovered.
Ooh, finally! It's only taken us until 2253. I think this might be our first alien artifact. If you get it to a network node, you can get a free tech, or you can boost your secret project. We're going to do the tech one, if we can get it there. So, you, my friend, need to just automatically go on fungus removal, please. Because we still haven't done enough of it for my liking. We've got some space over there we need to check. I mean, we have 6 movement. Maybe it is worth going in here.
Indigenous life forms.
No, it's not. I mean, that's just answered it immediately.
Turn complete.
I'm good. I think I saw a mine worm in the monuments there too. So, elect a planetary governor. So somebody's proposed this, and 3 nations are now voting for Sakharov. Why is Lal voting for Sakharov when we're friends with Lal? I get why Morgan might, but that's rude. We'll still retain because we still have way more votes, but still, rude. This fight between these 2 useless nations is never going to end,
Production
is it?
complete.
Begin with a function of arbitrary complexity. Feed it values, sense data. Then take your result, square it, and feed it back into your original function, adding a new set of sense data. Continue to feed your results back into the original function ad infinitum. What do you have? The fundamental principle of human consciousness. Academician Prokhor Zakharov. The feedback principle.
Not sure I fully agree with that, but this is the tech we were looking for, that we've been looking for ages. It's not because of polymorphic encryption. That is not why we care. It's not even for the Covert Ops Center, which is just like a command center, but for spies. It's this baby. So this is probably the most important wonder in the game. It definitely was in Alpha Centauri base game. It's nerfed a little bit in Alien Crossfire. But the Hunter-Seeker algorithm renders your units and bases completely immune to probe team infiltration, unless they have algorithmic enhancement, which almost nothing ever does. And if they do, it's still super late game, and they still have a high chance of failure. We want to build this as a #1
Production
priority.
complete.
We probably don't need any more probe teams. You don't even need defense right now. Get a research hospital and then a bio lab. We're in the phase of the game where we're converting a lot of our energy into
Production
science.
complete. Production complete.
I'm sure I saw a mind worm here somewhere, but I don't see it now. And you can't shoot a fungus tile. Because, yeah, I'll just say it failed. I'm just going to sit on top of my former so it doesn't get mashed. You can now heal. You're going to come with me, so you're going to wait. And I think what we're going to do is start removing that fungus over here now as well. We finally have our artillery in place so we can go and do nothing. Go team. But we're going to slowly reduce the health of that stack. And then we'll go and take it with a rover. Yeah, we should have enough at this point in terms of spies. That should be a-okay. I really wish they'd get this rover out of the bloody way. It's just very annoying. It's not dangerous, it's just annoying. I don't remember where I've sent each supply crawler, but it's fine. That'll be fine. You're going to get your sensor there. This one is now assigned to Freedman's Park, so you're going to come maybe here. I don't remember if there's one set there or not.
Terraform complete.
Get rid of this fungus. You're going to wait so you can protect that alien artifact. And now we have to pick a place. After that, you should probably stop building these because your city's just not improving because of it. Yeah, network node. There you go. Where do we want to build our Hunter-Seeker algorithm? We don't have a super location for building power. Our capital is at 11, and it's probably the highest. I think we'll just build it there. We're going to have
Project
not even eat a
initiated.
tool. I thought we were going to have to eat 1 mineral by retooling, but we didn't even have to. Excelente. Yeah, this isn't a terrible capital. Listen, it could be a lot better, but it's not awful. Did we miss a mind worm elsewhere that wasn't by those? I don't know. We'll find out. It'll attack us if it's nearby. Oh, our nutrient resource petered out in the Liberty plant. There it is. And it wrecked us something
Combat
fierce.
report. Production complete.
Impact battery is done. You don't need to build any more of that for right this second right now. You don't really have anything else to build though. So let's just switch you to rovers.
Production complete.
Labour Trust has got its defence up. Get a biolab. Then a command centre. Then you can start pumping out a couple of them as well.
Production complete.
Rec Commons is built. We still have a drone and we have a specialist. So we have a doctor to try and reduce the amount of drone activity going on. It's because we have a crazy amount of food and we don't really have much else going on. Although I'm surprised. It doesn't produce any production yet, that's why. There is a sea building that gives production, but we haven't unlocked it yet. We are clearly going to need it. So at least we might as well get some energy out of that.
Production
population.
complete. Production complete.
You sit there. We've just moved this terrain up a space, so we do now have a little bit more room. We probably still can't build a borehole where we planned, but let's go take a look.
Terraform
tower.
complete.
I'm going to put you in the capital. And then this crawler, this is the 3-drone central one. Let's get you over here, maybe. Impact battery, get you moved up to the front. Clearing some more fungus. You're now fully healed. At least we can shoot that mind worm, but we don't have any other units that are available right now, so we're probably going to get wrecked regardless. I wonder which unit it will choose to attack. It might attack my former. I'd rather attack my transport and go after the city, so we'll see if we can kind of bribe it to not attack that. We'll see. I'm still thinking about if we're going to go after that. I don't think so. Well, an alien artifact, and you're one movement a turn. So slow.
Turn complete.
So sluggish. I get it, though. It's essentially a safe on wheels, so makes sense. It's not the quickest moving thing in the world. 20 turns to the Hunter
Insufficient
Seeker,
energy.
and we can nearly afford to buy it outright. We're not going to rush it to that degree, but it is super important. Hooray! Our infantry did it. And they probably should not have been able to, based on that calculation. We
Enemy
got lucky.
project initiated.
Now it's a priority. That's why we wanted to get it, because Zakharov prioritizes Discover.
Production
He
complete.
likes to get that tech, and it's especially important for him because of his default penalty
Production
when
complete.
it comes to espionage. So we want to make sure we build it before him.
Production complete.
There's no food here. Let's go to Seaformer. Okay, can we finally build one here?
Invalid terraform command.
No, because the tile next to it's still too low. If we raise this tile, we're probably going to take this out of the ground. Out of the water into the ground, and we won't be able to just wander through it. But on the flip side, we would just be able to walk straight through. Do we want to combine this together? It would make it hard for our naval units, but a lot better for our ground units. I'm okay with doing that, in fact. I think that's okay. Yeah, you're accomplishing diddly squat, my friend. So you're going to do terraform up. 32 credits, go for it. This sea colony pod should come around one of the sides. When I say this side, so we'll go there. And what do we need to do with our workers generally? If we're going to increase this, we should move this over here and start getting some forest and roads down. Just generally try and get the supply
Terraform
crawlers
complete.
moved around. Get yours. Yeah, we want to get your sensor down there. You can park. You get rid of the fungus. Okay, so most of our expansion is now at an end. We're really just going to be doing this area, I think. We could go for other areas, but we don't want to get so big that turns take 3 weeks to do. So, I think we'll accept this for what it is, and we will go and put a naval unit in defense of our border city. Get a sensor in there immediately. You can heal straight away if you can get onto that tile, but you failed, so good effort. You can take a turn to rest. Come on, alien artifact, you can do it. You need to rest. You need to have the fungus go away. Need to crit my neck. There we go. I guess we'll send one ship around just to see what's happening in this area.
Complete.
More kelp, more transports from Gaians, so we should take a quick look and see what's in there. See if that's something that we should be concerned about. Drilling grounds is not quite at the level where we need to worry about population caps. But we'll get some sea nutrients on the go.
Complete.
That node is created. This is still a pretty weak naval city. Get some sea nutrients.
Production complete.
And then, yeah, at this point, the alien artifact's going to be safe.
Indigenous life form.
He says, as he then spawns that. I don't know why I talk sometimes. Okay, borrow 1 unit, please, and protect the former, or at least if you try and get there, that would be jazzy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Terraform up. Yes, please.
Terraform complete.
Okay, what do they have? A singular colony pod. Is it going here, maybe? I would not like... I mean, technically, in terms of our border expansion, it could go... Could go anywhere here. Could go here. Could go right on that one tile. So it does have space they could technically go. But I would hope they would settle here. I mean, really funny if they settle on this tile. But don't see that happening. The AI doesn't tend to do behavior like that. Although it is a rolling tile. Theoretically, they could do it. We'll see. May just mean we have to expand out here a little bit more quickly than I had intended. Get another one, and then get some colony pods then. What have we not moved yet? Our impact foil, which I'm going to keep here. No, I should deal with this fungal tower. Because my battery is making absolutely no progress at all. There it goes. We're still going to likely lose if we do that, so no thank you. We have it so that it will alert, like the unit will stop moving if it sees an adjacent potentially hostile unit. Any unit that's not ours, essentially. But I don't want to turn it off because it's sometimes the only time I ever see other units, so me being kind of blind doesn't help that matter, but yeah, it does make it annoying for things like this, where they're just constantly getting stuck because Lal's rover is in the way. Like, he just needs to get out of the way.
Terraform complete.
Okay, we did get a thermal borehole. Now, thermal boreholes do also produce a lot of heat. So they're not... like I said, they're not great for the environment. But what are we going to do?
Production complete. Production complete.
Network node is built. In the biolab. And you're going to sit in place. You're just going to hold there.
Complete.
His position is so annoying. Because I just can't walk around it. Lyle, will you be, like, willing to go into a pact of... yeah, absolutely not. Don't think that'll be necessary. No. I have a proposal to make. Do you want to do a Pact of Brotherhood? What about tech? Okay. That will get rid of the zone of control for now, and we can always just break our friendship with later. We're finally making some progress on this fungal tower. We still don't have great odds, so I'm still going to wait. Yeah, so here, this is what a borehole looks like. It is literally just a hole in the ground, but it can produce some crazy amounts in regards to resources if you can work it, but apparently our governor's like, no, absolutely not. So what we'll do is we'll move this one and produce some roads. Borehole there now as well. I guess we should terraform and build a road to over here ahead of time. You have a borehole in place, so you're going to get roads. I'm just trying to get these roads kind of done up so that we don't just have mineworms wandering there and wreck everything. Stay in place. You got to run away, but you don't have a safe place to escape to. Yeah, because you're going to get stuck. 1, 2... Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Cool. No movement at all. Just shoot that mindworm then. Try and prevent it from chasing us down. Not exactly a high-tech solution, but a solution nonetheless. Get a research hospital. We need more science.
Important? Yes. Critical? Absolutely. I would go so far as to say that superconducting fiber alone makes our present economy possible. CEO Marbuda K. Morgan, Morgan Link 3D Vision live interview.
So the superconductor gives us Gatling lasers. They're strength 5. I almost never use these. Quite often you get the level 6 firepower tech before the 5. But in this case, at least we have the option of building them if we want to. Not sure if we're going to or not, but at least we have the option. Welders Shipyards probably needs to get a hab complex.
Production complete.
You need a network node, because you'll get unhappy very quickly. Auto-improve. Get down Hall of Industry. And it can use all 3 of the monoliths it's adjacent to, which is pretty cool. Let's be honest, that's pretty nifty. Seaformer, Crash, Defense, Network node. We know the drill. We have a forest and a sensor down, so that is perfect. And we want to start foresting next to the ruins, so we're going to start doing that. You only have 1 move, but you should be fine in that, even if you're attacked. I'm going to go back to my place of being. We can't use that yet, but we should be able to soon.
Confirmation.
There you go. And now we have so much money that we're going to buy the Hunter Seeker algorithm. We do have a lot of eco damage. So you see this eco damage of 11? It's because we have a lot of production, relatively speaking. 17's not astronomically high, but it's quite a lot. Why do we care about this? 2 reasons. So 1, the more eco damage there is, the more likely that global warming events are going to come up, which is bad news for us. The second reason why that's bad is that the planet will respond in kind by wrecking our things. Higher the number, the more often it's going to do it. You can now see that we're getting 6 minerals from our supply crawler, which is why we wanted to do that. 17's not bad. We will see how far it goes in a future episode, though. I think I'm going to put a cut in at the end of this turn. If you have been enjoying the videos and the series, please do let me know. I had a lot of hesitation making this series, because I wasn't sure how well this translates to a viewing experience. We should be able to take this tower now. Are you kidding me? It was 70 to 27. I'll put another unit over there. But yes, hopefully you have been enjoying it. I was a little bit skeptical of playing this on the channel, just because I don't... Certain old games are still fun to play, but you don't know how well they really translate
Terraform complete.
not necessarily modern audiences, but just visually. Is it still interesting? Does it still sound interesting? Do people still really care about a game this old? It's hard to gauge sometimes. And I'm not here to bore you to death. So I do try and play things that I think people will find interesting at the very least. So yeah, do definitely let me know. And yeah, hopefully have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.